there, I'm Gayla Irwin. I'm a watercolor artist, and I wanted to share with you one of my favorite things, which are watercolor art books. I've learned a lot from some of these different books, and I think it would be fun and maybe helpful for you too to hear about. So let's go take a look at some books. So this one's The Big Book of Watercolor by Mallery Jane, and there's several reasons why I like this book. It's a nice basic introductory watercolor book, and she has all the information on materials she uses and terminology and different technique things that are helpful. And I also enjoy the way that she labels them. So if you are in the mood for something easy or fast, you can pick one that's easy. And then she goes up to intermediate, and then there are some advanced ones as well. I also appreciate that she does this little QR code, so you can click on that, and then there's actually a video that comes with it. So I really enjoyed this book. One of the things I like to do with watercolor books like this that have a lot in them is to go through and mark the pages that I really want to paint. And sometimes I go through it one at a time, but I also enjoy just tagging the pages so that I remember. So when I'm in the mood to paint something and I can't think of what I want to do, I can grab a book and just open it to a page that I've marked. So anyway, like this book. This is a good one. This one is The Watercolor Feast by Erin Gleason. And this is one I just got recently, and I've really been enjoying it. And I love her loose, kind of fast style of painting that is rough in some ways, and that's some of the beauty of it, I think. And so one of the things I enjoy about this book, well, she does some introductory stuff like all the books do. That's helpful. And it's always interesting to read how different artists explain those techniques and terms in their own way. And sometimes it's helpful to get it from different people. But she does fruits and vegetables. These are all edible things. So it's Watercolor Feast, Learn to Paint Simple Fruits, Vegetables, and Edible Flowers. And so she does this little exercise at the beginning of each lesson, which is a nice little way to start and warm up. And then she has a fun, really simple recipe idea that I look forward to trying. And then she takes you step by step through painting these different items: an eggplant, an avocado, and they're simple and fun. And gosh, this book is just so gorgeous to look at. It's so colorful and bright, great photography, and just beautiful art in it too. So love this book too. All these books really that I'm recommending, I love. This next one is Watercolor Life, 40 Joy-Filled Lessons to Spark Your Creativity by Emma Block. And I like Emma Block's art. I've taken a couple of her classes on Domestica, I believe. And again, she starts off with materials and color theory, and all of that is helpful. I like Emma's style. There's she uses a softer palette, and she has I think just a beautiful way of painting that's kind of delicate and sweet. And I like these painting exercises. I found them to be probably just a step up from beginner, and you could certainly start as a beginner with these, but they're a little bit more complex, which I appreciate. And I've done many of these. I remember doing these shell paintings, and again, as you can see, I've marked these. I haven't done this page yet, but I would like to. And she has all these different categories of things to paint. So you can see it here. She has techniques: wet on wet projects, wet on dry, color pooling, masking fluid, expressive brush strokes, painting people, decorative paintings. So I found that interesting too. It's kind of a different way to structure a book. So once again, I love this book and I love her art. This book is by Terry Runyan, Painting Happiness, Creativity with Watercolors. She does, I think, a daily posting on Facebook of cats, of painting cats and cat ways to paint cats, like prompts for you to use. And I found this book to be so charming and winsome and whimsical. It would be, I think a lot of these would be really fun to do with kids too. I actually kept this book in my bathroom, and I read it while I was taking a bath at different times, and it was just a delight. It's such a fun book. So she, I think she does some things like this, playing with shapes, where you paint a shape and then you go back in and add pen to it, and I think it's a fun, creative process. This was one of the ones that I thought would be really fun to do with kids, scribbling, and she has some whole page of prompts in here of different things that you can paint for a specific number of days that I thought could be a fun idea to do too. Flowers, and then here's some stuff on techniques like dry brush. And again, she does such fun things with shapes, and her little animals are so darling and fun to look at. And then patterns and hair, so fun. So this is a really fun book. And again, it made me happy to read it. So you should read that one. This one is similar idea, but it's on painting calm. And it's by Inga Buividavice. I'm not sure how you say her name, but she is different than the previous one in that her palette is much softer and more, she does a lot of color mixing to come up with her colors and explains about that process. And I found this book to be very helpful, and it is calming. Her approach is peaceful, and she talks about composition quite a bit. That's helpful and kind of unusual. Then she gives project ideas, and I found her stuff with nature, her ideas and suggestions with nature, to be really helpful and interesting. So yeah, another good book. Painting Calm. This one, Wildflower Watercolor, is probably one of my favorites, and it is it's by Sushma Hegde, and she calls it Beginner's Guide to Painting Beautiful Flowers. And I love painting flowers. I love painting nature, and I just found her style and way of explaining things to be very helpful. So she starts off with the basic information on a little bit of color mixing and techniques and that kind of thing. And then she jumps into these gorgeous paintings of different wildflowers. And so she tells a little bit about the flower and gives you the palette that she's using, the brushes, and then she takes you through step by step with these photos of her art. And it's just a really beautiful book. I would say it's not completely, it's beginner friendly in a sense, but it also, there are multiple steps to it, and it's not so beginner that if you're an intermediate painter, you wouldn't enjoy it. So I highly recommend this one too. Wildflower Watercolor. This one is by Amarilys Henderson, and it's drawing and painting expressive little animals. And so this is not just a watercolor book, but also a drawing book. And she gives some information on supplies and how she kind of goes about painting animals. And then she gets into specific animals. So I did this one on painting a deer, and the way she breaks it down to draw it is really helpful. And then you can go in and add color to it. So it's beautiful. So like here, so I showed you the painting deer page, and then if you skip ahead, here is how to add the painting to it. So it's both a drawing and a painting class, and it's great. It's a really great book for painting animals if you're interested in that. She also has one on painting faces too, which is also very good. This one is by Onmar Wynn, Go with the Flow Painting. And I love Onmar's work. I've learned so much from her on adding painting in watercolor and then adding a dip pen and ink to it, or any kind of pen to it. And she teaches so you don't need to outline every little thing, but your brain can fill in the gaps, and it makes it more interesting if you don't add ink around every single element of your painting. And so this book is a great way to learn from her. I'm a Patreon member for her as well. So I love this book. All right. Thanks so much for listening. I hope that you will look into some of these books too, and let me know if you have any other books that I didn't mention. Obviously, there's so many out there that I don't know about. So I'd love to hear from you. Thank you.